All right, guys, it's BK the Barber, and today we got an absolute transformation blizzy here. First thing we're going to do is we're going to slap on that three guard, and we're going to start creating our canvases all around our head. We're doing a mid taper here, so we're creating canvases on the side, the back, and the left side. So first thing we're doing is we're punching in that three guard, creating a good spot for us to put in that taper. And then we're going to come in with our clipper over comb here, knock down that bulk, just connect it to that bulk on the side that you just put in with your three guard. And you can see with the three guard, you're always going to be flicking into that bulk that you want to blow out, into that bulk that you want to make pop. So we're going to come to the back here and we're going to do exactly that. We're going to be flicking while maintaining bulk so that the bulk is going to blow out. So we're going to be hitting that three guard, just punching it in, flicking it out to where it's kind of harsh, and then flicking out a little bit more so we can soften that line. And we're just doing this all the way around the head here. This is my first step. I pretty much do with every single tapered haircut is I always start by knocking down the bulk and creating canvases for myself. So you can see here, we're just connecting everything with clipper over comb. And then we're going to come in with our trimmers here and we're going to punch in a nice triangle guideline. What this does is it creates the sides to be darker so that we can put in darker lines. So that when we punch in that C curve and we punch in that line around the ear, that it just pops a little bit more. Then we're going to come in with our clipper closed, knock out that first initial guideline, clipper halfway, knock out that second guideline, kind of flick it into the top. And then we're going to come in with our one all the way open here and just kind of flick that into our three guard. What's dope about the one all the way open is that it's a really good guard to just flick into that three. It's not too hard at all, and it's super satisfying to do. Then you'll come in with your clipper 0.5, knock out that middle ball line with some lever play. And then what I like to do is come to that C curve and punch in that C curve. You see what I'll do is I'll start at the top of the C curve and the bottom of the C curve, and then I'll connect my points. And then what I'll do is I'll come behind the ear and I'll use my trimmer pretty much like I'm drawing or like I'm carving. That's kind of one tip that I always tell barbers is when you're doing like designs or when you're doing any like pretty much when it's not a lineup, you want to use your trimmer like it's a pencil, like you're carving things out. And then after we do that, we're just going to come in with some detail work with our texturizing shears and our 1.5 and just kind of softening things up, making sure it's all looking nice and crispy. And then we're going to do the same thing on the other side here. We're going to come in with that triangle guideline, come in with that clipper all the way open, a finger width. And you can see every single guideline is going to be a finger width. When you put your finger up to that guideline and it's a finger, you know you're getting them right. Then you're going to come in with that clipper all the way closed, knock out that first guideline, clipper halfway, kind of flick in to that next guideline, and then right back at it. We're going to come in with that one all the way open, just flicking into that three guard, just kind of finessing it a little bit. Then we're going to come in with our 0.5 here, and we're just going to 0.5 that middle guideline. We're just going to knock it down with it all the way closed, and then open it up about halfway just to kind of get the in-between work. What's super dope about blonde hair and light hair like this is that you can kind of just like flick and finesse and it all kind of comes together because the lightness of his hair makes it easier to fade. And then we're going to come in with the C curve and we're going to pop that in. You see I started with my bottom point, started with the top point, and then we just connect the two. And what's super dope about that is you'll never get off track with connecting your points on the C curve. And then again, we come behind the ear, just making sure that our taper is nice and crispy while we're popping it behind the ear. Because what's super dope is when we create those lines, is it's going to show us where we need to take down some of that darkness or where we need to add more lightness. And we did exactly that. And then we come to the back here and we pop in a super sick design. I wasn't able to get the full like video of me doing the design, so you just get a little snippet here of me popping it in. And then basically I'm going to show you all how to fade that design in. So first thing we do is we always punch in our bald line, and then we punch in our next guideline with our clipper all the way open. And what I kind of like to do is I like to fade that bottom guideline pretty much to where the bottom of the line in the design hits. And what that does is it creates the bottom of the line to have a little bit more pop, because when you add a little bit of darkness below a line that is bold, it gives it a little bit of like 3D-ness. It gives it a little bit of depth. That's the word I was looking for. And then pretty much what we're going to do is we're going to fade this circle part right here. So what I like to do is I like to start with my clipper all the way closed. And then really on this, bro, it's just straight finesse. Like you just want to finesse it to a point to where that it pretty much just looks like it's like bursting into the design. And then we'll come around the side and around both sides here, and we'll just connect our side line to the side taper line. So we're just going to line that up nice and crispy behind the ear, connect it to the old line we had, and then we're going to get into some shear work here. So first thing I like to do with my shear work is I like to wet the hair down, comb it pretty much straight flat. This is where you're exposing your clients, making them look like they got the bowl cut or making them look like they got super flat hair. This is when your clients in that most vulnerable stage. If they bring bro with them, they're always taking the pictures, making the little stickers and laughing and stuff. It's always hilarious. This is one of my funnest parts of, like, when I mean funnest, I mean funniest parts of being a barber. Like exposing them, wetting the hair down, making it all flat. But then after that, basically what we're going to do is we're going to create a perimeter around the head. And this is where we want all the hair to fall to. So we're going to cut that all the way around the head. And what I like to do is I like to cut the perimeter to the top of where my taper or where my design lands. So right at the top of that is where I'm making sure that the hair is falling to. And what that does is it makes it to where the blowout and the hair on the sides and back doesn't go over our taper or doesn't go over the design. And then basically I'll take that point from the front and I'll take it all the way to the back with lots of point cutting. I'm point cutting the whole time. And you can see how when I come to the back here, I'm almost kind of lifting my hand up while I'm grabbing the section. Because what we want is we want there to be a lot of like poof back there. And then what we'll do is we'll pretty much take that all the way around the head, taking each point from the front and taking it all the way back. And then when we get to the back, we arch our hand up, and then right when you feel your hand take that dip where it starts going down, that's when you're going to connect that point to the bottom point. And that's how you create just a nice blown out effect. And then we're going to come to the sides and just connect the sides to our 3-guard that was flicked out right there. You can see that that's going to still maintain lots of bulk. It's still going to maintain the texture that he's looking for. And it's going to make it to where that when he styles it and when he wakes up in the morning, it's not going to look all like clumpy or look all weird. So we're just taking this all the way around the head here. We're doing the same on the sides that we did with the back. We're pulling our hand up a little bit, and then we're connecting it right when the head starts to really round. You see right there, it started to round, so I made sure that we connected the point. And as I'm cutting, I'm scrunching his hair because I want to see what it's doing. I want to see what the texture I'm adding in is doing. I want to see what is happening to the hair as I'm cutting it. So basically, we're point cutting the whole entire top. I love point cutting. Point cutting is how you add movement into a hair. It's how you add texture. It's how you add volume. It's how you make it to where someone with thick hair is going to have a lot more movement in their hair, and less stiffiness. So right here, we're on the left side here doing the exact same thing, just kind of pulling it up, connecting the side to the top with lots of point cutting, and then connecting it to the sides with the way I use my hands. You see right there, I pulled up because you want that blowout. Pull up, and then right here, right when the hair starts to round, that's when I like check it out and I make sure that it connects. Then I'm just scrunching everything, and then we're gonna come in and blow dry the top. And what we're doing here is we're just scrunching as we're blow drying. We're seeing what the hair is doing. We're seeing what it likes, what it doesn't like. We're making sure that the back kind of poofs out like we want it to. You can see those jagged edges really popping out right there. He also has pretty nice calyx back there, so that's always something you got to play with. But what's dope about this haircut is honestly, like, with someone with calyx, like, and they get a messy haircut, the calyx actually make the messy haircut pop. So then we're going to come to the back here after our shear work, and we're going to get this straight razor work popping. We're going to make sure that this design is really hitting, make sure that every super sharp corner is just as sharp as we can possibly make it, and make sure it's all popping. After that, man, we're pretty much blizzed up and rizzed up, bro. We just got to add a little bit of sea salt, a little bit of style powder, maybe a little bit of matte putty if that's what you're feeling. But with this cut, I like to just use style powder, and pretty much just scrunch as I'm putting in the style powder. What that's doing is it's getting it down to the roots. And let's take a look at this blizzy, man. Sheesh! Check that out, bro. We got that taper on the sides hitting. We threw some white chalk in the back with some brown chalk to kind of give it a little contrast to make that design pop. We got the blowout just hitting, taper just popping. Yes, sir, man. If you want the best service in Eugene, Oregon, make sure to come check me out over here at Royal Avenue Barbershop, and look me up on Instagram and all socials at BK the Barber. Yes, sir.